Okay, so in the book of Acts, the Apostle Paul is standing before King Agrippa, and he is trying to convince him. He's giving an apology, a defense. He's trying to convince him of the truth claims of Christianity. And at the end of Paul's presentation, King Agrippa says, "Thou hast almost persuaded me to become a Christian." So, Paul in the Bible is using reason to persuade others to believe in Jesus. And as we saw in the last video, that's what faith is. Faith is persuasion in the New Testament, Strong's New Testament lexicon. So there are plenty of other examples in the Bible where reason or proof or evidence is used as a prerequisite to faith. For example, Jesus performed, according to the Gospels, he performed many miracles. And there was one occasion where he was talking to some people, and he said, "You may not believe what I'm telling you, but you should believe because of the miracles that you're seeing me perform." Uh, there is a verse, I think, in the Psalms where God says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good." Tasting, if we were to take that in a overly literal sense, to taste something or to see it, we're using our senses. We're using objective evidence, like a scientist would do in the laboratory. So, I could go on and on with different examples. At Mount Carmel, Elijah said, "All right, we're going to set up an altar to God, and we're going to set up an altar to your false god, Baal. And we're not going to light this altar on fire. We'll put an animal on it to sacrifice, but we won't light it on fire. We'll pray to our God, and whichever God answers by fire, he will be the true God." And Yahweh, the God of the Bible, was the one who answered. There were many occasions where a prophet in the Old Testament primarily would come along and make certain predictions about things that would happen later on, and those things did come to happen. So there's many things all throughout the Bible where where people are not just taking things for granted, that they have proof. When the Israelites were delivered from Egypt, they saw the 10 plagues. Then when they were in the desert wandering, their sandals did not wear out. They had food provided from heaven. And if somebody doesn't believe it in the Bible as being historically true, that's okay. I'm not saying that the Bible says these things happen so we should believe the Bible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the biblical view of faith, which is what we're talking about here, is a faith based on reason and evidence. People are even commended in the Bible for evidence. The people in the city of Berea, for example, are commended for checking out what the Apostle Paul said against the teachings of the Scripture. So, if again, I'm not saying the Bible says this happened, so that's why we believe the Bible. What I'm saying is the biblical view of faith, which is what Christians accept as authoritative, the Bible. The biblical or Christian view of faith